Hello, everyone. Today on the Doctor Who Guide, I'm super excited to be joined on today's show by the incredible artist NESSHEAD. Ness Magana, welcome to the show. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm not hearing you anymore. What's going on?
Okay,
There
can
we
you hear me?
go. Oh, yeah. I heard you just then.
Mm.
Brilliant. Amazing. I think you've got a working sonic screwdriver. That was amazing.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well,
I've been watching your videos. You've been doing pretty good jobs there. I
thank
like it.
you. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be doing this series of interviews with all the contributors to the 1997 annual by Trackwiz Distributors. And this annual features your artwork in several different spots, which is very, very cool. Specifically, you did the illustrations for the Isid Sig comic strip by Anthony Garnon, written by Anthony Garnon, and you did the incredible illustrations for that. You also did the colors for the illustrations in Dedicated Follower of Fusion by Tom Dexter, with illustrations by Martin Baines and Lee Sullivan. And
Woo!
what? Like, incredible. And you also had the Woohoo comic strip on page 170 as well. So today we're going to take a look at not only your 1997 annual artwork, but also the other projects that you've been involved in the past, other annuals from Trackwiz, but also other annuals from like Seven and Peter Cushing annuals, and all these really cool projects that you've been involved with. And so your social links, your social media links will be in the description down below for anybody who wants to get in contact with an amazing artist and Doctor Who fan. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and we'll just dive in. Sound good?
Let's dive in.
Awesome. Okay. So first off, we have here the first page from the comic strip, uh, Isug Sid, which is a very clever title. Once you figured it out, it's got some layers to it. So this has some beautiful, beautiful artwork. It's the first page of the comic strip. That, well, lots of action here. Talk to me about your art process, because this is just such a beautiful, colorful final project. How do you go from script to page?
I'm always experimenting. I never really do the same thing twice. At least I try not to. I got this script and was trying to visualize it, and there was a lot of desert scenes. And I
Hmm.
was just imagine that in my head. And this is the '97 annual, but I was in my head. I was thinking '80s for some reason, and I was trying to get like an '80s feel to it. And immediately I was thinking about the movie Heavy Metal. Have you heard of that movie?
No.
Oh yeah, great movie, animation movie from the '80s, and it
Okay.
had this certain style because it was based off Heavy Metal magazine. And in the movie, one of my favorite stories, because there was different stories at the end, was Tarna, and she was flying on her giant bird over the desert, and I just remember that in my head. So I was trying to, I was inspired by that style, and that's how I started doing all this with those little lines and the detail, the texture of the desert and all that.
That
And
is
yeah, and
so cool.
I started experimenting with color, and I got what I got. And then, I wanted to just do something with different. See how the panels are laid on that colorful, spacey background. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just started playing with different colors and patterns, and ended up with that. And I liked it, and I went with it.
That's so cool. I do love I love color kaboom and free, or and it's such bright colors, and it reminds me of the famous Clack cover art on the Invasion of the Dinosaurs Target novelization, where it has that famous wording on it. But yeah, really, really cool stuff here. And we've got another page, which is in the earlier stages here, which is so cool to see. I love seeing the behind the scenes, the in process stuff. So Talk to me about how you're, I mean, again, you have such creative panel layout here, but here it looks like you're beginning to sketch it in and start doing some of the inking.
Yeah, testing it out, testing the waters on that. And yeah, I was playing around with panels, trying to make things interesting. And but I always start out with a really basic layout, like that. Like you could see Sard and Stacy back there, just like basic shapes. Sometimes I even do stick figures.
Yeah.
And basically, I just put the characters in first, try to place them and visualize them, and then later add the backgrounds. And then, like
Yeah.
right there with McGann, I did started detailing him with sketches, and I just inked him right away. And then I went back and I finished the rest of the people.
Right. That's so cool because we have next year. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful, beautiful result here. I mean, and I'm seeing texturing too as being something that you've really got a good handle on here. I mean, Sard's armor is so just textile, and even the TARDIS that I'm seeing behind there, the dunes, and again we have that lovely colorful background. But I love how the Eighth Doctor's coming off of and out of the panel. That's a
Yeah,
very clever thing, and I remember in the Dalek comic strip from way back in the day, you'd have a panel that was like the shape of a Dalek's eye, and the creative use of panels. Or I see too, we've got an an arm coming out of a panel here. I love that kind of stuff.
yeah, I was playing around with that. It worked.
Yeah, yeah, it did. And we have here too this panel, which you said you had started out with a different layout in mind, where
Yeah,
I think this was one
right.
of the ones you were
Yeah,
thinking about.
that was the first layout. That was the first one. Yeah,
Right.
and I had a lot of fun drawing that panel right there. And I designed that outfit on Stacy because it's funny. This is one of my favorite works I've done. It's probably my favorite so far, actually. And when I got this job, I had no idea who Sard and Stacy were.
Yeah.
I never I never read those comics. And what was it, TV Times or
Radio
Radio Times?
Times. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I saw some early sketches, and those were I went back and I looked up those strips, and she was dressed like in a jumper suit or something, like
Mm-hmm.
glittery outfit, and she's all covered up, and here she's in the desert, and I couldn't picture her dressed like that in the desert.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I just drew these clothes on her, gave her like fatigue shorts and those boots, so she can walk in the desert. And
Brilliant.
I said I never heard of these two characters, but now I fell in love with them, and I love them. They're one of my favorite characters.
Right? I mean, they're just. I'd seen the strip shared on online a couple years back, but it was such a kind of a brief run that it's so cool to be able to work on this project and bring these characters into light again, because this annual and the comic strips are basically the extent to which these characters have been explored in the Hooniverse, and there's maybe a reference here or there. Otherwise, this is how the next page was kind of reformatted from this
Yeah,
original one to being these
right.
two pages, which is really cool to see, because you mentioned you wanted to get this felt like a poster, and I absolutely agree. I would have this on my wall, as
Yeah,
an art print framed, or as a poster.
actually,
And
gave a print of this to Gary Russell.
oh yeah, oh that's
Yeah,
amazing. Oh
and that's it feels so good because I got both their approval. I showed the art to both of them, Lee Sullivan and Gary, and yeah, they liked it. Gary, but I showed this post to Gary, and he said, "Yep, there's that sass on on."
amazing. So you captured the character and that spirit, which is just
Yeah,
incredible. And this is actually a picture of you with Gary Russell and Anthony Garnon, who wrote the comic strip. Oh my
Mm.
gosh, that's what was that like?
It was great. Like, I got this project, I drew it, and then the rest is history. I end up meeting these guys, and now we're friends. It's great.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, I've yet to have the pleasure of meeting Gary, but I did get to meet Anthony Garnon back in October and November. I went over to the UK for 3 weeks, and such a lovely person. Let me stay in his home for a couple days, like just incredible. So I totally
Awesome.
agree. Lovely, lovely person, and I've interviewed him before as well. So it's cool to get the artist perspective and the writer's perspective on this comic. And we also had your Woohoo strip up here in the 1997 annual. This is the first panel of it. Talk to me about this because it's a very special Dalek design here.
Ooh, well, before this annual came out, I worked on another project, a magazine called Fan Fiction Illustrated with Kristen Vang, and he pretty much let me do whatever I wanted. I mean, actually, he asked for a strip, and so I created Woohoo. And the funny thing is, because that's where the strip premiered, was in Fan Fiction Illustrated. But the funny thing is, they misspelled it. Instead of who spelled WHO, they spelled it HOO. So Woohoo, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But but now it's corrected, and everybody sees the way it's supposed to be.
Right, right.
um, in that first strip, the first Woohoo, I just put uh, I filled the page with different doctors. Like this one here on the 97, it's all one doctor, all
Yep.
three, yeah, strips. I mean panels. The
Hmm.
other one, first one, I put Tom Baker and the third doctor, and then one panel I put McCoy and Colin Baker and um, I'm my
Peter
his name is.
Davison.
Thank you very much. Because remember they did that 50th special.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I drew them the way they looked older, like that.
Uh-huh.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh,
As a matter
that's in-
of fact, I just want to say something that that magazine sold out a long time ago, and I'm going to be getting some extra copies, and I'm willing to, for your viewers, I'm going to give away 2 copies to 2 of your viewers.
oh,
So I'll
that's
let you just
amazing.
I'll let you decide how they win that. Like, do a little contest or something. And
Absolutely.
okay,
There'll be a Google form linked in the description down below where you can enter this giveaway. There's a week-long period to enter that giveaway, and we will select the viewers randomly and 2 lucky winners. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
sure.
That's incredible. And so, I mean, I love this strip. I love the pun. I mean, over the years, there's been a lot of puns with the word "who" in Doctor Who magazine and articles, but to come across a new one like "woohoo" and to kind of carve out your own pun there is very special. So I
Yeah,
love that.
that's something I'm always saying. I'm always going woohoo. So it just came to me.
There we go. There we go. And so, talk to me a little bit more about this illustration here, another part of the 1997 annual.
The Spittler. If don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read the strip yet, but
Yes.
this is one of the villains,
Yep.
and
Yep.
yeah, I was just trying to visualize what she was going to look like, and so, I just put this together. Um, I was actually on the internet, and I was looking at wigs, and I saw
Mhm.
this wig, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the hairstyle I want to use. So I put it on this person. I gave her the glasses. I don't know. I mean, that's the way she came out, and I liked it, and that's what I used.
That's amazing. So, building the character from scratch, really, really cool. And then you also got to, so this is without your colors on it,
Mhm.
with this
These soldiers,
incredible artwork by Lee Sullivan. Um,
yes,
and this is with your colors, which is just
yeah,
stunning.
and my inks.
Yep, yep. Your inks as well, incredible, incredible. and again getting such expression, across. But the outfit, the just sparkles on that, and the shading, it's great. I love this, and that's one of the things I noticed, going through, flipping through the artwork. There's so much beautiful artwork in this annual, and this is one of the pages that kind of leapt out to me, which was
Lee
really
Sullivan
cool.
Lee Sullivan said that those sparkles was a nice touch.
Yeah, yeah, so cool, cool. I'm glad we thought the same thing there. And of course, having Vaughn back from the invasion is also very special as well.
Hmm. And I just want to say that it was an honor to collaborate with Lee on this. I still
Yeah, I bet you must have been nervous, but you did a great job.
oh heck yeah, I was nervous. Like when they gave me the job, they're like, you want to ink this thing? And they're like, the inks have to be superb. I'm like, oh great, no pressure.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's incredible. Going back and forth between the two.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. Wow. But you rose to the challenge. You rose to the occasion.
Oh
And
heck yeah.
this isn't the first annual with trackers that you've been involved in. You also uh, did illustrations and artwork for the 1988 annual, which is absolutely incredible. And so this is the back cover.
Yeah, that was an homage to the original. Um, no, there was okay. You know how the front cover looks? That was
Yep.
a that was a tribute to the second Doctor Annual, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, on the back cover, this is a tribute to the back cover of that same annual. Because if you
Very
look at the
cool.
cover, yeah, it's the same style, but I just put different characters in.
Right. Right. So why these particular characters?
Ooh, that's a good question. Oh, well, I really love Syl,
Yep.
so I there, and if I remember correctly, on the original, it had a Cyberman, and so I put this one a different style Cyberman, and then Mark, the publisher, right?
Yep.
Uh, he liked these vampire characters. I forget their names, so I
Yep.
threw her in.
Very cool. Very cool. I mean, yeah, it's wonderful, and these are all, you know, characters that, like you're saying, the Cybermen, the vampires, and Syl. They all relate to the annual, and it's just brilliant. And I love what you've done here with these illustrations and the colors as well. Yeah, I always enjoy the vibrant colors that you don't shy away from, because and it's so special now because we're able to have those colors printed nicely. The original annuals often were limited in
Yeah,
having just 3 or 4 colors, or being in black and white, or having sepia, and it was due to the cost of printing this stuff. So and again, it's one of those benefits. These aren't these aren't cheaply priced, and there's a reason. It's because there's all this beautiful artwork that we're showcasing as in a certain level of quality in these annuals. And let's hop back to the 1989. So this is a lovely illustration too, a caricature that you did for the 1989 annual, and I love the little I love the master and on this
yeah,
scanner screen.
yeah. I love to do caricatures.
It really captures McCoy's smile too. I mean, when I met him once back in 2016, and then a couple times when I went to the UK, and the smile that he has in the picture that I got with him. I mean, it's practically that smile. It really is. It captures his cheerfulness and how he looks. And so I just love this.
Yeah, he's a lovable guy. I've met him a few times, and actually, he was the doctor I ever met.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's so cool. I met him at a convention in New Hampshire, super mega fest, and couldn't believe that he was there, because it's a rare thing on this side of the U.S. to have doctors appear at conventions, and it's not a super common thing either on your side of the U.S. I imagine either.
The only place I get to see them is Gallifrey One
Right,
over
right.
Los Angeles.
Right. So, and we have here too another. We'll go back to the 1988 annual. So we saw the back cover here, and then this is your another Woohoo comic strip, and I love we've got these wonderful characters: the Ronnie, the Valyard, the Shockeye, the Quonsing Grig. And so I
I
love
put him
these.
because he's one of the most loved Doctor Who villains, but nobody ever does anything with that guy. You know, I don't see stories about him or anything. So I knew he was a fan favorite, so that's why I threw him in there.
I love that you did that. That's so cool. I mean, we need Big Finish to do a story with him, right?
Yeah,
there, and here we have another caricature. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, the hair. The hair. How do you get the hair that way?
that was fun. Yeah, I just puffed it out. Yeah, it was great. Too bad they didn't use it. You know,
Oh,
actually I turned that in, and they said they weren't accepting caricatures. I'm like, what? Oh well.
oh, oh well.
Can't wait
Oh,
to show that if I ever see him again.
yeah, you definitely
Colin, I mean,
should. That would be amazing. And you did this the shoots and ladders, um,
yeah,
or snakes and ladders, and I love the different styles you did, and uh,
that one got rejected. So
oh,
that was replaced with a different puzzle. But Sil,
right.
um, he saw this. He saw that artwork and he liked it.
Oh, amazing.
Uh,
Yeah, it's brilliant. I like the again, just all that color and the I mean it's hard to create all of these paths and have a lot of characters and have a background, and to balance that all together is really,
yeah.
I think you
If
did
we,
a really good job.
if we look at all the characters, they're all done in different styles. Like Sil, he's got half tone on him, and the Valiard and the Doctor, they might look like photographs, but they're actually I painted those. That's all digital painting.
Seriously,
Yeah,
wow.
and the reason I did in different styles is because I was looking at Tom Baker's annual, which had this, and they had him in different styles artwork. So that's why I did that. Yeah,
That's incredible. Oh my goodness. Wow. What talent. I'm seriously impressed. So we'll go through these kind of in the order that you sent them, because you have artwork in the Doctor Who Annual, which is this as well. So
yeah,
I'll actually open that on another page so we can see the full thing.
yeah,
TARDIS in the Vortex. How cool is that?
yeah.
Oh, you've
I was
got
given instructions. I had limited colors to use. They wanted in the old world annual style, like the way it was back then.
yeah.
So that's why I chose those colors and that style of a vortex, because I was pretending I was in the '60s, and that's probably the way they would have drawn it back then.
Right.
And this was actually my very first published Doctor Who artwork.
That's so cool. Where it all began.
Where it all began. The rest is history.
Amazing, amazing. And so we also have, there, as we were saying, tonystrading.co.uk shows all the different covers, which look like a variety of colors around them.
I realized there were so many covers.
I know. This is the collect them all. Oh my goodness. Very, very cool. And we have here there's also a unit fan annual, which they call the Axon Child. And again, I I don't know how many times I'm going to say it this today, but just I love your artwork. And so we got the Brigadier here, and Mike Yates as well. Again, the use of the browns and greens. It's just so subtle and nice, and yeah. So this story you did the several illustrations for. I mean, we've got a whole fight scene going on here.
I could hear the sound effects.
Yeah, right, right. Absolutely. Oh, I mean, that's something that's a real fun part of the Third Doctor era is the action adventure style, but of course, you've got also this emotional content coming into this story as well, and you've got the
Yeah,
Brigadier there.
yeah,
Wow, I mean, heavy stuff, heavy stuff. I mean, again, beautiful design here um, of the of the Axon child here. Oh, merging the two in a way that the show never did. That's so cool.
yeah. When I was designing her, I was trying to figure out what she's going to look like, and pretty much I wanted her to look like an Axon, but the hairstyle, I was thinking about Shirley Temple.
Yeah,
Give her those curls.
yeah, I see that now. I'm not going to be able to unsee that. That is so Shirley Temple.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah,
And this you said was unused art for the fannual, which is so cool to see and see the light of day. Really, really cool to highlight one of the unit characters.
uh-huh. That was fun to paint.
Wow. The different styles that you just have such, I don't know, it feels like just ability in is so cool. And we have here a Lee Sullivan cameo.
Yeah, I
has
love
he
that time.
has he seen this?
Oh yes, I asked his permission before I did that.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
he liked the fact that I made him look younger and skinnier.
Wow. And I love the photographs too that are, we've got the axons here and the different
Yeah,
the
I'm glad you.
signs up too.
Yeah, I put a lot of little details in there. Yeah, I'm glad you noticed it.
Oh yeah. I love that. I love seeing the little references and the town meeting on Saturday, 4 to 6, and then yeah,
Yeah,
really cool stuff. Uh,
like that happy face right there. I was just trying to get the artwork of that style in that time period.
yeah, yeah. I love that. It's that thought that's put into the details and everything that really brings these annuals up a level. And here we have you and Richard
Woo!
Franklin meeting. How
Woohoo!
cool is that?
Oh, well, man, it was a pleasure to meet him. And yeah, I showed him this unit artwork, and he liked it. And he was looking at my drawings of him, and he said, "Good likeness."
That's awesome. I mean, really, that's such a compliment because, it's as an actor, you're very kind of, I imagine, aware of, somebody does something and you're like, is that what I look like, or is that how they see me? And so to nail it that way and have the actor's approval,
Yeah,
it's that's so special. Oh, amazing. I'm so glad that you got to meet him, and um, we'll check out some other things. We have here fan fiction illustrated.
there
So
you go.
you said here the strip premiered, and um, is this the
Woohoo!
one where they spelled it woohoo?
Yeah, HOO.
Yep, yep. Uh, I love the Candyman. So the fact that you
Yeah,
you brought him in there,
and I
um,
love Tom Baker. I had to put him in.
yeah, of course.
Trainer.
I love how you've done his hair. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
And then also this artwork, which is taking up my whole screen here. Ah, I
Ice
so
Queen.
so this is I some of this stuff is just like how is that not a picture? Like the shine that you got on the armor, the how long does something like this take? Like how do you approach making something so photorealistic?
That depends. It varies because sometimes I'll get into a painting and I'll finish it pretty quick, and like in 3 days. But sometimes I don't get into the painting and it takes me a week. You know, it's like sometimes I don't feel like painting.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's so wow.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
just
just trying to imagine that lighting, and yeah, I just went for it.
incredible. Incredible. just I'm not over the I mean the lighting is so good in this one. I just wow. So special. And then let's see next. We've got the Blake 7 annual. So you're in a panel here as one of the zombies, inspired by one of your cosplays that you did at Gallifrey 1, which is so
Yeah.
cool. So we'll get those up kind of side by side here. This is the full panel, which is
Hmm.
amazing. I love that. I mean, Blake 7 is one of those shows that is, it feels like if you like Doctor Who, especially from the 70s, that it's a pretty good bet you'll enjoy Blake 7. Now, I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen a lot of crossover between, I mean, not only Big Finish, obviously being fans of it as well as Doctor Who, but also with many fans of Doctor Who that I know also enjoying the show.
Again, when I got this assignment, I never watched Blake Seven either. Um, I didn't know any of these characters, and so to get familiar with Blake Seven, I binge watched all 4 seasons,
Wow.
and now I love it. You know, I
Yeah.
love Blake, Avon, all of them.
And it comes through. I mean, this is just so cool. And then this was a cosplay that you did that is based on here, which is so cool. Oh my gosh, that's I want to go to Gallifrey one. I've never been, and I want
Got it
to.
out, Alex. Hang out.
Right. We could meet up there again. Another shot of you at Gallifrey one as a zombie there with an
Yeah.
11th Doctor. This is beautiful. Was this a cover art or full
No,
page?
that was one of the poster pages I painted.
Love that. Oh my
Again,
goodness.
experimenting with color and the background.
Yeah, I
I had
love
fun.
that. Very, very cool. I like, again, the highlighting that you did of the blue and then the purple also. It just ties together the foreground and the background beautifully.
I made myself a print of that, and I actually got to meet Jan Chappell and Sally Navette, and they both signed it for me.
That's so special to be able to say, hey, I made this. Can you sign it?
Yeah.
That's quite the flex. And then here we have another panel as well. I mean, you just got the likenesses down so well. This is more of cartoon style. Am I correct? Rather than say
I was experimenting with the coloring on that one too. I
yeah,
like to experiment.
yeah. You're always trying new things.
Yeah.
And then this is artwork you actually got to show, right, to the actress, because we have this photo here.
Yeah. That's her birthday gift I gave her.
That's so special. So you got the pillow made with your art on it.
Yes. She loved it. And I love
That's a
her.
that's amazing. That's the kind of thing, like they when guests are at conventions, I love having the opportunity to like give, to see them being given something, and because they're there giving people, selfies and videos or signatures all day, and so it's so it must be so special to get
Yeah.
something for once at a convention. This is a caricature again.
Yeah. That was the second Blake Seven annual.
Very cool. So obviously they loved your work. They had your back.
Yeah. See? Another caricature.
Yeah.
I love caricatures.
And here we have this another poster page, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. And then lots of crossover between actors from Doctor Who and Blake Seven as well. So that's very cool. A couple of these, there we go. So here we have another caricature.
Yeah. That guy was a
Very,
fun villain to watch.
I bet. I was like, I've never seen this character, and the mohawk is incredible. I mean, it's just jumping off the page here, and we've got the
The, Lib-
what's the name of this ship?
the Liberator.
Ah, very cool. Very cool. I mean, I love the design of the ship, and I don't know if it's the most aerodynamic, but it looks very, very cool.
Thanks.
Love that. Oh, background, incredible. And so let's see. Oh, we have here your first cover for
Yeah.
Professor Howe and the Moonmaker. And so yeah, what a talk us through this.
He wanted a James Bond style artwork, and I was asked to do some like space shuttle artwork because I think in the movie Moonraker weren't they on the space shuttle?
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so that's like the interior of the space shuttle, and I was looking up James Bond Moonraker references, and that's how I got the main character. I changed the outfit a little bit to the
Yep.
original, and then I put that sexy girl in, which is a friend of mine, my friend Audrey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
So,
then Moonraker's. I mean, James Bond's Roger Moore. His arch nemesis was Jaws. Remember that?
mhm. Yeah,
So that's me in the background as Jaws.
I thought so. I was like, oh, I recognize that.
Yeah. At the same time, this is a Doctor Who parody, so I made myself look like the Master.
Right, Roger Delgado. You got the goatee and everything. That's so cool.
Because
Because
that's the way I did. I dressed like that.
I think you sent a picture that we'll see here, and here we have when you met Sylvester. Um, that's so cool. And you're holding
That's
this.
Badass Baboon. He's my mascot.
So you've got your mascot, and I love this because your mascot shows up in quite a few of the convention pictures that you've sent here. We've also got when you met Paul McGann and Daphne Ashbrook. How cool is that?
That
So
was
that's
very cool.
that's Gallifrey 1 2014. Very cool. And then we've also got you met Leela. I
Oh
see
man,
you with another pillow as well.
that's my artwork on the pillow too. The Funko Fourth Doctor.
Incredible, incredible. I
Yeah,
love that. Sorry?
people thought that was a photograph. I'm like, no, I painted that.
I know. I understand why they think that. That's so cool. And then you got to meet the Valyard, Michael Jaston.
Yeah,
Um,
another great guy.
so special, so special. And we've got the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, and you're wearing the same hat, which is amazing. Oh my gosh! And we've got your mascot there. Also, another time that you met the 13th Doctor. So cool. And Catherine Tate, like
Mm,
what? And you've got two mascots here.
yeah. Um, the other one's a Blue Balls Baboon.
Mhm.
So we got Blue Balls, badass.
Wow. And they've been to multiple conventions with you. They got,
Hmm.
oh my gosh. That's incredible. That's Fraser Hines as the second Doctor.
Ah,
That's amazing. I love that. I mean, his impression of Patrick Troughton is incredible. And
mhm.
speaking of Big Finish and Fraser Hines doing an impression of uh, Patrick Troughton, we have here the voice of the Daleks and executive producer of Big Finish, Nicholas Briggs.
Yes.
Did he do his Dalek voice for you?
No, unfortunately.
He probably gets asked that a lot. No, that's amazing. Oh, incredible. So again, at Gallifrey 1, Ninth Doctor, like what? What? And you have the Thor reference too.
Yeah, Arc Elf. I
Amazing.
that's a prototype of the Funko Pop, and I handed it. Said, "Here, hold this. This is you." And he goes, "This is me," and then he just held it.
Oh,
Then I
and
got Anna reference,
yep, yep, yep,
Doctor,
and
and
you've
then
got your artwork on your shirt, right?
yeah, another caricature.
I mean, that's the case where you if you're gonna have another photo with a different doctor that day, you might want to have several shirts lined up for the day, right?
I, he liked the art. I gave him a print, and he liked it because he said it reminded him of his son.
Oh, wow. That is so cool. And then another doctor you got to meet,
That was
Sir
an
John
honor.
Hurt. Oh my
Hmm.
gosh. So special. And you got that lovely picture, but also,
Yeah,
oh,
that
I
was a
love this. This is this is like it's in an episode. It's like we've paused the video and mid pose. I mean, that's incredible.
totally got into character. I love that man.
Yeah, incredible. And Ryan Sinclair, Tosin Cole. What? From the same day you met Eccleston, I see.
Uh huh.
Lovely, lovely, and getting that reference in there. I love it. And there we have Peter Davison, the Fifth Doctor. Oh my goodness. I love your expression in that one too. Amazing. And Katie Manning. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
such a beautiful person. She's always giving
So
hugs.
I know, I know. I've heard of so many people having just such wonderful things to say about Katie Manning, including her wonderful hugs. So that's amazing. Such a sweet person. And Sophie Aldred. What? And I see here too, Michelle Gomez. I mean, this is so many great guests at Gallifrey One. Honestly, every year that it happens, I'm always so jealous. But it's funnily enough, it's farther from me, even though I'm in the U.S., than a lot of UK conventions. Oh,
Yeah. And we get
that's
UK
amazing.
all the time, so there's no excuse for you.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, I definitely want to go next year. Oh my goodness. And then we have Nicola Bryant, Harry. Oh my gosh. I love the TARDIS too. So this is a
That's fun.
Pop Funko TARDIS, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. I love it when you have the same items, and it creates a nice continuity between all of your photos. Billy Piper. Billy Piper. So cool. Oh my gosh. And
Yeah.
then
See, they go back to Billy. I just want to
yep.
see that on her face. She was
Yeah.
imitating boom, that grin he's got.
Oh my gosh, imitating your your mascot. Amazing.
Hmm.
I think she nailed it.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And then Annika Wills,
Yeah.
Polly. Wow.
Yeah. I heard she retired from convention, so I'm glad I got that picture.
I bet. I bet. Wow. That's so special. And I like the goggles you have too.
Oh, thanks.
So cool. Oh my gosh. And then here's I knew we were coming up on it.
Mhm.
There you are, Roger Delgado.
Yeah,
Sea
that's
Devils,
where I got the
right?
inspiration for that cover I did for Professor Howe.
Right, right. Oh my goodness, that's incredible. Now we're into sculptures and painting. So talk me through this.
Oh, I love sculpting, and yeah, I was trying to do a tiki version of the creature from the Black Lagoon, and I sculpted that out of Sculpey, and then I had it sent in, and they made a mold out of it, and they made some, they casted some more figures for me, so I can paint some more.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that one's also sculpted out of Sculpey, but that's a one of a kind. I didn't make any copies of that one.
Wow. That's so special.
Uh,
And
that
so,
this figure is my mom's Hulk, and she had it out in the front yard for years, and to the point where it didn't even look green anymore. It was like a dark, it was like a black green. The environment really did a number on his body, on the plastic or whatever he's made out of.
mhm.
And yeah, I just grabbed it and I repainted it, and then even his pants were faded away. I had to dye his pants to get it that color.
Wow, that's so cool though. So now, because I mean, that's the thing about the Hulk is famously green and purple. So you got to keep that color up. I mean, that's amazing. And then this is the
Oh yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
This,
that's a red head of Clint Eastwood, the man with no name.
wow,
And I just went crazy on it with some paint, and voila.
incredible. Because why wouldn't you be incredibly talented at sculpting as well? Why? Again, we're scratching the surface. You held back on all the artwork you could send.
Yeah, I
so
did.
so how did you get into collecting Pop Funkos? Because I see them behind you as well, and we saw them in your photos.
Glad you noticed them. Hold on. Prototypes. That's Rose Tyler. Dun, dun, dun. 11th Doctor. Rory. I got the Ninth Doctor. I don't know where the heck he's at. I've been collecting Funko for over 20 years. I mean, I started collecting a year after they came out, and
Wow.
yeah, they started a Hall of Fame. They're about up to like in the 80s now with members, and I was one of the original six that were inducted. So, and I
Whoa.
number six, Funko Hall of Famer. Yeah,
Wow.
so that's a nice little part of history there.
That is so cool. Oh my goodness. This has been so fun to look at your artwork and your contributions to a myriad of different projects and to your journeys as a fan over the years and meeting everybody. I mean, this has been so much fun. And I also want to say thank you for sending me this wonderful art print that you did of the meep. Oh my gosh. I loved it. Oh my goodness. I got it in the mail and I was like, I got this tube in the mail and I was like, I don't remember ordering this. And you told me that you were gonna send it, but I because now I film everything if a package shows up and I don't know what it is or a parcel shows up and I don't know what it is, I just start filming. So I have videos of me opening up like I don't know, AA batteries that I forgot I'd ordered back, and then I just have to delete that footage. So I filmed myself unboxing this, and I was just so surprised when I got it, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing because it's wonderful, wonderful artwork.
Another thing, really quick, because I like to sculpt, work with paper mache. Can you see me?
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. That's amazing.
Yeah, I was going to a Funko convention, and I wanted to dress up as one of their characters. And this is Dino. He's a Tiki original Funko character. So even got the cigar in there. I
That's so incredible.
like to do art and artistic things, even photography. I just
So,
gotta dip my hands in something, art wise.
yeah. So, like, what does that what does that mean for you to do art?
That's that's my life. That's all I really want to do. That's just part of me,
Wow.
and I'm still growing. I'm always learning new things, so it's great, never ending.
Amazing. Well, I'm so glad to have given got this glimpse into where you're at, and I cannot wait to see the future projects that you do. Like I say, links to your socials will be in the description down below, and the different projects you were involved in. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for joining me today. This has been so much fun.
it's been great, and I actually have more projects coming up, but I can't talk about it right now. But you guys will see.
We'll
It
see. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for joining me.
was a pleasure, my friend.
Bye.